Alright, folks. As you can see, I have there in my title right now. It's about clean up the mess in your life, rebuild your life, remove the chaos from your life. And this is something I got really good at over a long period of time, a long period of work. And I have to embrace the idea of working when I do not want to. I have to keep on reminding myself, even when I do not want to do the work. Like right now, I'm on a new journey. I'm trying to memorize things right now and commit things to memory, the things that I read. If I ask you right now, why do you read? You're probably gonna tell me to get smart, probably increase your vocabulary, help you to speak better, and so forth. And those are good things. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally okay with those. But the two reasons why I read, main reason, of course, building the vocabulary and so forth, those should be a byproduct. But the two main reasons why I read, one, to commit things to my memory, and to change my subconscious programming. That's why I read. Yeah. But I have to keep on reminding myself to get up, go out there, and pick up the books and read and memorize and study and practice. I know it's kind of hard sometimes, but I have to put my foot down and I have to keep on reminding myself, get back to it, get back to it, get back to it, you know? Because we like to wander off and go do our own thing, and our mind likes to idle and, go do other things. And we do not want that. Right now, I got really good at cleaning up my life and remove the mess, the chaos from my life, because I need to be in a peaceful, calm state most of the time. And I am doing that. Majority of the time, I am in a peaceful, calm state. Thank you very much, Pragya. Pragya Rajputs. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Love you too. uh, right? So we are gonna have to get like that, that's one thing I got good at. I got good at removing the chaos and the problems from my life. And this is something that I want a lot of you to get extremely good at, because the reason for this is when you are in a peaceful, calm state, less trouble, less problem. Thank you very much, Pragya. Appreciate you. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. I think I'm pretty good at pronouncing certain names, but I think your name, I think I'm not sure. Tell me if I got your name right. Yeah. Who the hell am I? Well, you might want to find that out on your own time. All right. So we're gonna get good at removing the chaos, the problems, troubles, difficulties from our lives. Thank you very much, Pragya. You're awesome. Because we need to, yes, it's good it's good evening here now. I'm sure you might in the eastern part of the world or something like that. You guys might be more having morning there. So it is 7:26 right now here. I'm not sure what time is it in your part of your world where you live over there. Yeah. So right now, I am doing well, thank you. How are you doing? And I want you to, I want you guys to get really good at removing the, clean up, clean up your life, clean up the mess, remove the mess, become, get into a place where you can start finding peace. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. right? So we want to get really good at removing the chaos from your life. This is something that I think I work tremendously hard at, and I'm good at it. And right now, I just know how to stay in a state where there is peace and calm. India, right on, man. India. Are you from New Delhi? Are you from New Delhi? Where you from? You know, I'm from the West Indies, and I like to. Shanae Gage, what's up? What you doing? Christy, what's going on with you? You are funny, Christy. You are something else, right? So, good, awesome, man, awesome, awesome, awesome. I am just on here trying to see if I can help some people to live a life, which is, which doesn't have a whole bunch of drama and chaos and worries and problems into their lives, and bring a whole bunch of trouble to themselves. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Um, Hi, I am back. JJ's, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. All right. So that's what we are trying to accomplish here. And okay, Shanae Gage. Cool. Now, this is something that you're gonna have to practice and get good at. And I want you to put in that work. Nah, it's night right now. It's night. It is 7:29 p.m. at night. I'm not sure if you understand that. Yeah, 7:29 p.m. at night right now. So no. No breakfast right now. Dinner is done with, supper done, everything is done with. All that stuff is done right now. So yeah. Right in, right on. Yeah. Yeah. So no. What the heck? Who is this, man? Pragya, what's going on, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Shanigay. Yeah. And you guys are cracking me up. This is funny. Okay. So, um, yeah, I know, right? Lots of love from India. Uh, so, yeah, W stream. Yeah, W stream. uh, um, so, and so like I was saying earlier on, thank you very much, Christy. So, part of the, you know, removing the chaos from your life. Thank you very much, Pragya. I appreciate you. So, so part of the move, so part of the removing the chaos from your life. All right, reading is a big part of it, but we have to ask some questions here. Why do you read? And we can get the typical answers. We can get the typical answers. Thank you very much, Pragya. Right? We can get the typical answers, which is um, build your vocabulary, help you to speak better, and also become a better reader. These are like typical answers that we get. Shane, Shanae Gage, what's going on? You're in a wheelchair? Hope all is well with you. Sorry to hear that. My Instagram is my name under here. Look at my name on it. That's my Instagram as well. You can find me there. Instagram. Uh, cool. Sorry to hear that, Shanae Gage. You're in a wheelchair. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope you can recover. I hope it's something that you can recover from, and get back up and start walking again. Because I couldn't possibly imagine being in, you know, being in a wheelchair. I really couldn't possibly imagine that. Uh, I don't know if I'm a good prayer person, but I can try right here, right now, and see. Because prayer is something that I typically do not do, because I stay away from praying for people. I pray for myself. But I'm gonna try and do something for you which I typically wouldn't do for anybody. And I hope you are not BSing me, okay? Universe, I'm asking you to help Shanae Gage, and I wish to see her walk again. And hopefully, my words and your works can inspire her to get up out of that wheelchair and be mobile again, move around the house and do the things, get outside and do the things that she loves to do. I really appreciate the great works, universe, that you have done for humankind over the millennia and over the centuries. And I pray that Shanae Gage, the work that you do for her and on her, will help her to heal, become whole again, and step out into the world like nothing has never happened to her before. In the universe name we praise. Amen. I hope I did good, Shanae Gage, because I am not a prayer person. Thank you very much for putting me on the spot. Thank you very much, Praggy. I appreciate you. I will check out that later on when I get off the live. All right. Thank you very much, Christy. I appreciate you. Thanks, Shanae Gage. So, you know, it's like here is somebody. Hopefully, you're not BSing me, Shanae Gage. Hopefully, please do not, because this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff, and I do not want to, you know, be saying that you are in a wheelchair when you are not. Because I take these things seriously. I take illnesses seriously. I'm a healthy person, but I have been sick before, but not to the point where I couldn't walk around. So my heart goes out to people who are in a wheelchair and can't move. I have no idea what that feels like. I wouldn't want to know either. I'm not interested in knowing how somebody feels who can't get up out of a wheelchair. All right. So, and here is another thing now. That will get you to appreciate get up and walking, and you should try. I have heard stories, so many stories. Oh, this guy, he was never going to walk again. I've heard these stories before, and these people are up walking. One of the stories that I read many times, I read that story. I haven't read it in a while now, but it was this chick from Australia. They call her Janine the Machine, and she was going to be a runner. No, I'm sorry, not a runner, but she was supposed to be a, was a runner? I think she was a little like biking runner. I'm not sure what the hell, but she was going to be this Olympic champion person, because it's been a while since I've read the story. Sonorize, what's your name? So, good evening to you too. So, what really happened in that story with that girl? She's an Australian and she was going to enter in the Olympic. I think she was a runner. She was going to become the fastest runner, maxing like, oh, she was doing freaking great. They went up into, I think, the Blue Mountains of Australia, and then they were doing the biking, so they mountain bike up there. On her way, I mean, up there on the mountain, out of nowhere, here comes a utility truck. Knock her off of her bike. When I say knock, I mean smash into her. Okay? She broke pretty much everything. Vertebrae, her skull cracks, feet broke, back broke, ribs broke. She broke every single thing. This woman couldn't walk. And she was in the hospital for a very long time. And they told her she will never walk again. She need a catheter. I think that's how you pronounce that thing. And walking stick and whatever the hell else they told her that she couldn't do. But she wouldn't believe them at all. But she said, okay, if I can't walk, then I can fly. And she became a pilot. And she, an aerobatic or aerobatic, I think that's what they call it, aerobatic pilot. And she would do all these crazy stunts in the air, spin the plane over and so forth. And then she became a good pilot. And then she started teaching people how to become pilots after that. But not only that, she was able to ski across the country. She did all the things that they told her that she will never run again, she will never walk again, she will never ski again, all that stuff they told her. Oh, and she will never have children. She has 3 children. She run across the country, ski across the country. She do all of that stuff that they told her that she couldn't do. Okay? So, with this lady here that's saying, Shanae Gage, that's saying that hopefully I have your gender right, because these days I do not know what gender people are anymore. So if I'm wrong on your gender, correct me, please. Saying that she can't walk or she's in a wheelchair. That story inspires me to keep going even when things seems like the darkest. I read these stories so much, and I need to go back and revisit them every once in a while. I haven't in a while. But these are the stories that would inspire me to keep going, even on those days when it was dark and I do not know what the heck was gonna happen. Okay. This is a cheer, not a coach. Okay. So all these years that I've been reading all these stories, and they inspired me to keep on going. So here is a woman that they told her she couldn't do all these things that they said that she couldn't do. And she turned around and do them anyways. Because you see, the thing is, she didn't listen to them. So hopefully, people out there are not listening to other people. They are just doing what makes sense to them. I do not like to see people fail. Are there some people who are going to fail? Yeah. Do I want them to? No. But you're going to have the courage to get up and keep moving forward again one more time. You're just going to have that courage. I don't care what area this is. But if you are successful in one area, you're going to realize that it will help you to succeed in other areas as well. When I started out running, I couldn't run that far. I have a 30-mile run coming up this month on the 31st of January. Never in my wildest dreams I would ever think about running 30 miles. That was just never on my agenda. Like, no, I'm not doing that. 30 miles, oh hell no, we're not gonna do 30 miles. But here I am, signed up for it, and I'm gonna do it. Why? I have succeeded in other areas, and it tells me that this is another area I can succeed in and exceed in as well. Okay? So you can do it. Removing the chaos from your life. the problems, the troubles that we created for ourselves. You know, coffee. I don't drink coffee. So here we are now, in the middle of our problems and our challenges and our difficulties, and we are trying to go through them. How how do you go from where you are to where you need to go? How do you get from where you are to where you need to go? So let's say, like, right now your life is just a living hell, and there are so many problems. Thank you very much, Pragya. And there are so many problems right now in your life, and you are trying to overcome these problems. You look around, you look to your left, look to your right, nobody to help you. The people around you, they can't really help you because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to help you. That's how I felt those days when I was going through this period. Dark period. It's very dark because I was lonely, despite the fact that I have friends. These people didn't know what was going on with me. It was up to me to go out there in the world on the journey, go on the journey, trying to figure out, how do I change my life? It was a hard time, it was a difficult time, but I did it anyways. Was it easy? No. What did I want? I wasn't sure exactly what I want. Great job. You are doing a wonderful job. Keep it up. Thumbs up. Thank you. So, I went out on a journey to create the change in my life, which I did. And I realized that after looking at everything else they told me to look at, of course I want money and everything else and all that stuff. Then, you can earn money, you can become rich and everything else. And that's fine. I want the money, I want to become rich. Don't get me wrong. Sure. But I realized there were some things I need to take care of first before I even start thinking about those things. Or I can think about them at the same time, side by side with each other. But what was more important to me than anything else, you know what? I thought about it. That's one of my favorite places. I want to come there. You say you're from India? You say you're from India? So, I decided to go out on the journey to go figure this thing out on my own. Well, I get help from some gurus online and so forth, but nobody really knows what I want. I was the only person who knows. Oh, you're from India. Cool, nice. I want to come eat at Sachin Tendulkar's restaurants. That's where I want to come eat. I have a lot of respect for that man. I want to come to his place and come eat there. Okay, so I wanted to make the change, and then I set out on a journey to make the change. But instead of looking out, I start looking within. What are the things I need to fix on the inside with my own self? I know some of you might be like, oh, right on. Nice. So, I want to fix some things within myself. Because when I look at the programs and the patterns and the things I have to fix, I understand some people might get offended about this. Oh, so what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with me. It's like, come on, be honest with yourself. If everything was fine with you, would you be where you are right now? Would you having the difficulties that you're having right now? Nice, thank you very much, Pragya. And I want to create a better life for myself and for the people who are around me. I want them to enjoy me, be a part of my life, and I want to be a great friend, a great human being, a person who loves and appreciates others, and spend time around people who I like as well. And I came to some conclusions. I have to be a good person. Because so I have to put in that work. I have to work on myself and become a better person. But also, I want to make it easier on myself. The people who I want to be around are people who want love, kindness, caring, and compassion. It makes it easier for me. I do not want the difficulty. I don't want it to make it hard to love you. Don't want that. So please don't cause me any pain, because if you do, that's gonna mess up the energy, the vibe, the frequency. It's gonna make it very difficult to love you. I don't want to do that. I want to make it as easy as possible to love people. No, not at all. No, not watching any web series. No, right? So these are the people now who I would prefer to surround myself with. People who I don't have any beef with, who I don't have any ill will towards, any resentment towards. I do not, I have no desire to disrespect anyone, I have no desire to treat anyone unfairly, disrespectfully. I do not have the desire to do it. And this is why I just want the people who want to be respected, who want to be loved, just show up into my life, right? Just show up and I will take care of it from there. No, sir. No, sir. No. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. We're not doing that. And I don't even I don't watch that stuff at all. I don't watch that stuff for real. I don't watch that stuff. You guys watch that stuff. I don't watch that stuff. I don't have to. I don't need to. I don't need to cover up myself and get myself into a space where that nasty stuff all over my screen. I'm not doing it. All right. So I, you know, so on the journey of rebuilding myself, and I just first I understand I have to respect myself first before other people would respect me, and put up my boundaries. This is what is going to happen within my boundaries. You can go do whatever you want out there, but when you come into my life, you're not gonna do what you feel like you can do and get away with it. You're not gonna do that, because I'm not gonna tolerate any of that stuff. Okay? So I want it to be easy for me and the people who I associate myself with, who I call my friends, colleagues, loved ones, and so forth. I don't care who you are. If you are my parents and you start acting disrespectful, I'm telling you, I'm cutting you off. I'm not putting up with it. We are gonna have to love each other from a distance. That's it. So those days are over when I tolerate people who are disrespectful, because I noticed that was a pattern in my life and I allow it and I tolerate it for a long time. No more, those days are over. Okay? So you're gonna have to put up some boundaries and stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself and say, no, we're not doing that. And that's perfectly fine to do. But at the same time, we're gonna have to train ourselves to not use certain words to other people. I'm not doing it. I don't need to call you any names. I don't need to disrespect you. I don't need to put you down. I don't need to do any of that stuff. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to put you down. I don't want to disrespect you. I don't want to talk down to you. No, I don't want to do that. Those days are over. I don't want to do that stuff anymore. Okay? So, I just want people to come into my life who want to be treated respectfully, and please let me do that. Yeah. So that's why these days I prefer people who want to be treated with respect, so you can make it easier for me and you to get along. Some people do not want to be treated with, some people do not want respect at all, and I understand. I don't think they know. I don't think they know that they want respect, because when you are running from your program, your emotions, and you're not thinking logically, that's what's going to happen to you there. I understand those things. We're not doing that anymore. We are done with that. Those days are over. But that's what I have for you for tonight. And I'm gonna keep on having these discussions with people, with you guys. I'm gonna keep on having these discussions with you guys, because I want you guys to get out of the rut that you are in, become better than who you are, change your life, become the person who you desire to become. Become more peaceful, more loving, more joyful, more careful, more caring, more compassionate. You don't need to go tell somebody off and give them a piece of your mind. I don't want to tell you a piece of my mind. I really don't. I have no desire to treat you. I have no desire to treat anyone wrong. I have zero desire. I am not here to talk to you or to talk bad or talk down to you. Those days are over. It's ruin your life. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Yeah. So, do not need to put anybody down. Do not need to disrespect anybody. Treat them wrong. Belittle them. Those days are over. New program. 2026, new year. Why should we do the same thing we were doing like 5 years ago in 2026? Not gonna do it right now. Love, kindness, respect for each and everyone. Let's go there. Let's do that. Now, moving forward, change your behavior, your mindset, change your vocabulary as well. The words that you use, we're gonna have to become aware of those words, right? And we don't want to use them to beat people down. All right. Rayan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon in a brand new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. I thank each and every one of you for being here. It's a pleasure, and I will catch you guys soon in a new video. Hopefully, we have some more discussion about how to get from point A to point B, how to change your life, how to become a better person, how to become more than what you are right now, how to get into a state of peace and calm. That is the best state to be in. You're gonna see how people react to you and respond to you when you are in a state of peace and calm. Who bothers you? Hardly anybody. Are you gonna run up into one piece of, sometimes? Yes. But you can just look at that, get dragged into it, get sucked into it. Or you can look at it as, I don't need to react to this guy. I have no, and if worse come to the worst, I just pick up the phone, call 911. I don't have time for you anymore. Done. Those days are over. You're cooked. You're going to jail. Okay? All right, folks. Talk to you soon. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Bye-bye.